I never made it, but I know what it takes.
Staying well and staying safe. Hope you've gotten your vaccines. I hope you are not part of the people that look at it as vaccines are something dangerous to us. Vaccines are not dangerous. Please get vaccinated so that you keep yourself safe and your family safe. Thank you so much once again for joining the Inspiring Others to Find Fulfillment channel, where we inspire you to do more, where we inspire you to get more, where we inspire you to aspire, where we inspire you to want to be better than where you were yesterday. Just yourself. You're not doing competition with anyone, but the only person you're doing competition with is yourself. You want to be better than that 1 minute that people saw you. You want to be better than yesterday that people saw you. So when the story that somebody will be telling you about yesterday about yourself is going to be a story. It's going to be the past, not the present, not the future, because every day you keep getting better in one way or the other. So we'll be looking at today how to get our employees engaged, and also to you, how do you get yourself engaged in your organization? What are those things you should look out for that will make you to be engaged in your organization? What are those things you'll be looking out for that will make organizations to ensure that it retains its best staff? The staff that are skilled, the talent that the company has, that make sure that it retains them. So what are those things that we look at? So those are the things we'll be looking at. We said that employee engagement is a positive emotion, connection a person feels towards their workplace. They get so engaged, they have this positive attitude, they wake up in the morning and they want to go to work. They are engaged because there's something they are getting from that organization. When employees engage, when the employees demonstrate engagement, when they are so in tune to their workplace, they want to add value because they know what they are getting. Because this employee knows that at the right time, my compensation is paid, my salary is paid, I'm being trained. There's so many things: the salaries, the compensation, the benefits, the insurance, your children, your whatever it is that you can make life easier for you. You find out that people are working 5 years, 10 years in a place. It's not as if they cannot jump from one organization to another, but they look at, by the time I'm leaving here, am I going to get the same benefits? Am I going to get the same compensation? Am I going to get the same peace of mind? Am I going to get the same thing I am getting from here? So employees engagement. So what are those things that will make us to have less turnover, that will make employees to be engaged? What are those things that will make us as an organization to ensure that we retain our best hands, that will make sure that we look at every talent that we have and we want to keep them in our workplace? And what are those things that will also make the employee want to stay with us? What are those things? So those are the things we'll be looking at. We say why employees engagement matters. Like we said, engagement is a positive emotional connection a person feels towards their workplace, demonstrated by the effort they put into doing their job, and that can either make or break or give success to an organization. When employees are engaged, it will definitely reflect in the organization's profitability. So when employees are engaged, it will reflect in them. It will also make them to grow. Their skills, their talents will grow. They will be better than where they were yesterday, because you know they are trained, and we know that whatever it is that they are trained, it reflects in their work. There's a change of attitude, there's a change of how they see things, and this will definitely reflect in the profitability of the organization. Studies have shown that a workplace with engaged employees experience low turnover. When employees are engaged in an organization, you have less turnover. People hardly leave because they look at what am I looking for. Like they say in Nigeria Palace, what you are looking for in Sokoto is in Sokoto. So whatever it is that you are looking for over there in another organization, you have it in your own organization. So what are those things that will make you to stay? What are those things that you have to do to ensure that you have less turnover in your organizations among your employees? Wherever you have like 15 staffs and you have 5 living in a year, that means there is a problem. The employees are not engaged. So you need to go back, check your strategy, evaluate it, and see where you can improve, and those things you can take away from your strategy, and those things you can add that will make your employees to be engaged in your organizations. Disengaged employee cost organizations a lot of money. I can't even say, because by the time you calculate it, if you have 15 employees and you have 5 living in a year, so 5, let's say this is 2020 we just left. If you have 15 employees and 5 left in 2020, that is like how many percentage of your employees? So there is a problem. Then you now be looking at how do I hire a new employee? Looking at the training, looking at the adverts, looking at everything before you have an employee being engaged, before you have a new employee coming into your board. So what do we do? We need to minimize turnover in our organizations. We need to minimize turnover in our businesses. We must ensure that our employees are properly engaged. They want to stay with us. They want to grow with us. They want to be old and start their work life with us and end with us. If truly we must do this, we must ensure that we also play our own part as an organization. And employees, we definitely play theirs and ensure that they are engaged in whatever it is that they are doing. Organization disengage workers. Yes, we know. You will lay off some people. You tell some people that their services are no longer needed. You tell some people that you want to just either rise size or downsize. Whatever it is that you want to do, ensure you do not lose your talent. Ensure you do not lose your employees that are skillful. Ensure you do not lose your employees that bring so much joy to you, and they go out of their way to ensure that this organization grows. So you must ensure that we are disengaging people that we know do not contribute to our organization, people that we know do no longer add value to our organizations, people that we know that their performance has dropped, and we've tried every possible way to ensure that they increase their performance, and it keeps dropping. So you want to disengage those ones and ensure that those ones that have performance increase, that have their performance coming in one by one and they increase in value, you want to ensure that these people are properly engaged. You want to ensure that these people are with you and they are doing their best to your organizations. So business benefits from engaged employees. Organizations with high engaged employees have an average 3 to a year revenue growth because they're engaged. They want to do more. They want to be sure that the organization grows in profitability. They want to ensure that whatever, they are proud of where they are working. They're proud to work with you. They're proud of where they are working with. So you ensure that salaries are paid at the right time. So what are those things that we must ensure that we have our organizations, we have our employees engaged? Make recognition a priority. Make recognitions a priority. Recognize the efforts of every employee that contributes to your organizations. Employees recognition is a key motivation tool that will make your employees to be engaged, and it doesn't cost a dime. It doesn't cost a dime. Instead of confiding feedbacks to annual performance reviews, leaders could give employees handwritten thank you notes for doing this job. Just tell them thank you. A thank you, recognize them. Even if it's one every week, the best performance for the week is this. Put it on letterhead, put it on internet, your intranet. Let them be recognized. It doesn't cost you a dime. It doesn't mean that you're going to open a shop, you're going to get something out of your budget. A recognition that they've done well in this month. If you cannot do it every month, you can do it weekly. At your weekly meeting, you can recognize employees that have gone out of their way to contribute to the growth of the organization. So we must ensure we recognize our employees that are contributing to the growth of the organizations. Like we said, instead of confining feedback to annual performance reviews where we wait where we want to review at the end of the year, leaders could give employees handwritten thank you notes or publicly congratulate them on the employee intranet or in front of colleagues to boost their morale, to also let them go forward in whatever it is that they are doing. So depending on their individual preference, consider a simple reward such as an afternoon off, free company swag, a gift to everyone that has contributed to the growth of the organization. That will also go a long way. Number 2, in encouraging and ensure that we have employees' engagement, encourage and autonomy, flexibility and well-being. Employees want the perks that empower them to have a better life, to live a better life. In fact, 51% of employees in the global world said they would change jobs for one that allow them to adjust their work hours. That is where we are in the future. COVID-19 came in 2020 and every one of us, we stayed at home and then we were working. So we're no longer looking at people that sit on their desks and pretend as if they're working. What we were just after was results. What we were just after was performance. What we were after was what value are you, even though we are not in the office physically, wherever you are you contributing? Are you bringing value? Are you ensuring that your performance is top notch? So ensure. That was what happened in 2020 and that has come to stay. So employees want flexibility. They want a situation where they can come to the office 2 days and then one day they stay with their family and they've done their best. You do not need to monitor them. You do not need to monitor them. Just let them just do their work. Let them just do their work. You do not need to micromanage them. So employee wants flexibility. So HR priorities plans that focus on well-being, such as unlimited message, fitness membership, discounts of counseling services that help them to have crunch for their new babies, that allow them to close instead of sitting from morning to night, that allow them to close from maybe like 3 o'clock and they go. You understand? They go to their families. So employees want all this, that we allow them to have a well-balanced life, work-life balance, we keep saying. And how many of us actually stick to our work-life balance? So number 3, give employee a voice. When you are in a meeting, do not shut down employees. Do not allow them, when they want to give suggestions, do not shut them down. Give them a voice, let them speak, let them contribute their own quota. Let them say what they want to say. You do not need to shut them down. Employees are more engaged and productive when they know and trust their leaders and feel that their ideas are valued. So it is not only the leaders' ideas, it is not only the leaders that should talk, but the employees also want to contribute. So when they come to the meeting, they put their own contribution. And even though you do not need that at that period, but you trust them down and say, we will look at this in the next 3 months, please remind me. We will look at this in the next 6 months, please remind me. They will be eager to contribute their own quota. They will be eager to be engaged in the organizations. So according to a recent Salesforce report, employees who feel their voice is heard at work are like 4 to 6 times more likely to feel empowered to perform their work better, to feel empowered to also be engaged. So when they know they have a voice in the organization, when they know they can talk, when they know they can speak, and the leaders and the management listen to them without shutting them down, they will definitely be engaged. So an annual satisfaction survey is not enough. Try an online suggestion board where employees can weigh in on company's morale. If you know that you do not want employees to talk openly, you can put a suggestion box where they write anonymously and they put in their voice without being stigmatized, without being weighted upon that, oh, when you want to do your performance appraisal, that is when you touch down with them, without them being judgmental. So you could put a suggestion box where they will work and then they will do whatever, they will put in their suggestions, their comments, and they know that when whatever it is that they say, it will also be listened to and it will also be implemented. Okay, so with this, employees will definitely be engaged. Number 4, share company's value. What are the values of your company? What are the values of your organizations? What is it that organizations do? Your visions, your mission, your goals and your aspirations. So share them with your employees. Not just hang them. Don't just say this is where we are, this is what we are doing. It's not only that you sit down with your strategy plan and you just do it on your own without carrying your employees along. Share your values. So when employees know that this is a value for the organizations and they want to work, they want to grow with it, they want to work with those values and they share in the value, they will definitely contribute their own quota. Communicating your company's mission, vision, and values might not seem like a high priority to a leader or to a management, but is a small step that can drive a long-term result. When you share your vision, you share your mission, you share your values with your employees, and it also aligns with their own values. It also aligns with their own goals. Trust me, those employees will definitely be engaged. They will want to stay with you because they know you trust them to run with a vision. You trust them to run with the goal of the organization. So imagine an employee base that is entirely aligned and working towards the same goals. Not only will they feel empowered, but your business will thrive. Publish your mission statements, publish your vision, publish your values on your intranet, your homepage. Put it where they can see it. Remind them every time you have a meeting and let them align with the vision, with the goals and the statements of the organization. And these employees will definitely be engaged. Number 5, create a sense of identity. Create a sense of identity. Employee experience is most fulfilling when people are proud of where they work. What is your brand? What is your brand? When you put your organization down among the 5, will anyone looking for a job want to work with you? Will anyone that, I love to work with this company because of the brand that it creates? Because what is a brand? Your culture. Your culture, what is it that you are projecting? What is it that you want employees to see? So this is definitely very, very crucial. So you must communicate. You must let the employees' experience be there. Let them feel, let them be proud of where they are working with. Let them be proud of putting their lapel. Have you ever seen somebody coming out of the organization and as soon as they step out of the organization, they remove their lapel because of where they're not proud of where they are working with? Because when you're proud, your lapel will be there. People want to see you are proud of where you're working. It's there. It's like, I work with so and so. And you allow them to publish whatever it is that they want to do. You understand? So they identify with the company's value. They understand the big picture and they are truly invested in the organization's success. So turn every employee into an ambassador of your organizations. Those ones that have left, those ones that are still left with you. So turn them to an ambassador. The ex-staffs are ambassadors. So the way you trust them, they will also go out there to talk about the organizations. So what are you doing to your ex-staffs, to your people that have left? Are you the ones that when an employee comes to you and say they want to resign or they want to do this, you get angry with them, you start cursing them, you start behaving somehow to them? Remember, they are out there. So they are the one to project your organization. They are the ones as an ambassador of your organization. So how are you treating them? So if you treat them well, when people ask, they will be eager to put on their social media network, I work with so and so, or an ex-staff of so and so, because they are proud of where they are coming from. So we must ensure that we create a good brand. We must ensure that we make all our employees an ambassador of our organization where they are proud to work with. Imagine, like somebody working, let me give an example, somebody working with one of the big audit firms in the world. We all know the big firms. And they are not being treated well. And when they leave the organization, they just go like that. They are not being fetched them. When they go out there and they see somebody coming into the organizations and they know whoever is coming or want to do business with the organizations, remember they are your ambassadors. So they either talk about the organization well or they put down the organization. So we must ensure we treat our employees right, both ex and those ones that are still working with us. So turn every single employee to an ambassador by doing this to empower employees to share on the social media network updates on behalf of the company. When you have your LinkedIn, you have your Facebook, you have your Twitter, you have your Instagram, whatever social media network they are in, look at them and let them share updates concerning that organization. Look at the generation X. Look at the baby boomers. Where are they actually good at? Let them project the organization. Let them talk about the organizations. And I know when they do that, you do not need to tell them to be engaged because you've given them the free hand to operate. Offer employees or friends and family discounts on your products and services. When they come into organization to ask for service, don't sell the same thing. If you are someone that sells, you produce things and you say, don't sell the same thing that you sell outside to employee, the same price. Give them discounts. Their families, give them discounts. Trust me, those employees will not want to leave your organization. Definitely it's not going to be an everyday issue. This once in a while when they want to buy something, lower the cost of the price for them. Let them be able to purchase whatever they want to. Create a line of companies wear. Give them t-shirts, like t-shirt jackets that employees can purchase. Let them have a game that they can have something and they can be proud of the souvenirs that you give to them because they work, because they are engaged, because they are proud of the brand of the organization they are working with. Encourage teamwork. Encourage teamwork. The more employees feel like they belong, the more engaged they will be. Invest in teamwork. When they are together, don't just allow them to just go away like that. Let them, don't give individual. Have a teamwork. Let them collaborate. Let them bring in their suggestions, everyone to the table. Encourage teamwork activities. Invest in team building activities once in a while. Go out, look, team bonding. In team bonding, you'll be able to know somebody's weakness. You'll be able to know somebody's strengths. From there, you will know, I suppose this is the strength of this person, and you work more on the strengths. You build more on the strengths, not on the weaknesses. Don't focus on the weaknesses of the employees. Focus on their strengths. With that, how will you be able to know that it's not when you are working individually solely? You must work as a team, and you must be able to build bond among your team members. A company potluck, game night, sports day, karaoke night, party. Where have you ever seen where people come to do parties and say, I never knew you could dance, because they had never been one at all. So allow them to have team building where you know the weaknesses and what this person likes to work with. Okay, give team the opportunity to volunteer together for a common cause for a few hours. Team project that includes team milestones and reward the performance. Promote better cohesion, work climate, and employees' engagement. Now we've all been saying, when employees work as a team, everyone wins. Everyone's wins, not an individual. When they work as a team, everyone wins. Learn 7 strategies for creating a teamwork culture in your organization. Number 7, create a comfortable work environment. That cannot be overemphasized. Employees spend a lot of time at work, some from 7 to 5, some from 7 to 6, some from 7 to 10. They spend a lot of time at work. So it's important to make them feel at home. Feel at home. Create a peaceful environment in terms of their physical environments, clean environments, quiet, comfortable workplace. Provide what they need to fulfill that purpose they have come into your organization with. Give them the workplace allowance. Allow them to work productively without obstruction. You might also consider offering low-cost refreshments. We have some companies that have canteens, so you don't need to go out and set the sun to go and look for food. You have varieties in your canteen where people can eat healthy food. Some organizations also have gym where they also subscribe to, and they give employees at a discount rate where they can also have a work-life balance. Give new hires a warm welcome. Give new hires a warm welcome. Can you imagine somebody that is coming in by 1 week before now and says, I got an engagement, I got an appointment to work with so company, and I'll be resuming them on so days. And before that day, you've told every employees that we'll be having a new staff on so dates, and when the person is coming, you've assigned somebody to also talk to the person to come. Tolu, this is Tina will be resuming on so dates on the 1st of April. This is her number. Please give her a shout, talk to her, and you have as a new hire. You get a call from somebody in your new appointment, in your new organization where you're going to work with, and say, I'm Tolu, I'm happy to connect with you. I can't wait to have you on the 1st of April to come and work with us. Hey, we are happy. And by the time the person is coming, the person comes, everything is ready, the laptop, whatever the person is supposed to work with is ready. Just go to the seat. When the person is coming, say, I'm looking for so. Are you the new hire? Are you the new person? No. The person is like, you're sending the wrong signal. So let's have our employees engaged. Give that warm welcome to the new hire that is coming to work with you. Create a great atmosphere for them to be able to work, to be able to join your organization. Design a strategy onboarding process. It doesn't have to be difficult or expensive. Start by creating a new biz zone on your company channels, where we all need to know each other better and better. Company's information, training, questions to be answered, and a chit chat that can also get the person going. You know your new director, you know your new line manager. They are all there before you resume, and they are ready to receive you. Not when you come and say, I'm looking for the new HR, or I'm looking for the HR person in this place. So the person is there. You can go and meet the person. Not like, which organization is this one? You understand? So let's create a good atmosphere for our new hire. Support professional and personal growth. When your employees eager for growth, like I said, when the employees are eager for growth and when they are growing, it will definitely reflect in your own organization, to reflect in your profitability, to reflect in your growth in your organization. So when employees have a personal growth plan, you will see a spike in motivation, loyalty, and engagement. This is especially important to millennials. They want to grow, they want to learn new things. They are eager to learn. So when they come in, they want to learn. So please don't subject it, don't oppress them. Let them learn. Give them the room to learn more. So all this will also allow them to be engaged in your organization. And last but not the least, recognize your employees. Reward them. When they do good, when they do better, reward their activities. Reward them in whatever it is that they're doing. And I bet you, when you do all that, your employees will definitely be engaged, and you will have less turnover in your organization. Okay? So we've all said so much. So which one are you taking out of them? So we also want to hear from you at the end of the day. So let's know, are you engaged in your organization? Or you're the one that is looking for turnover? Or you're the one that employees will work with for 1 year and they are eager to move out of your organization? So what are you doing to your newbies? What are you doing to your new hire? What are you doing to your organizations? What are you doing to your employees? Are you encouraging them to improve on their academics, their skills, or whatever? So how do you treat your employees? How do you treat your staff? How do you treat even your janitors, your gatesmen? How do you treat them? How do you treat your drivers in your organizations? These are all your ambassadors. That's when they are all your ambassadors. So let's try to ensure that we'll have less turnover in 2021. Even if we're going to have turnover, let it be that it is we that want to go. It is the employees that want to go. And not that they are going because they are not engaged, but they are going to add value to another organizations, to learn more skills. Have you ever seen when employees go and they say they will come back after learning more skills to your organization? So let's try our best to ensure that our employees are engaged. So, like we said, we want to hear more from you. So are you engaged, or are you torn, or are you the one that wants to move to the next organization? So we want to hear your feedback, we want to hear your comments, we want to hear your likes. So thank you very much for joining me once again. So God bless you in all my social networks. So please join me there, and then let's hear from you. Connect with us on all our social media network: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Lizzie Omojuwa-Okiye. I will be there to receive you, to learn from you, and also to add value in one way or the other to your life, and also for you to add value